commencing the interview at 9:46 p.m. So reiterating back on the question that was asked, do you think that some people, mainly our culture, still emphasize that they're stuck to the old ways of women doing the household chores while men work? Do you think it's because of society? Could it be because of grandparents? Or what factors do you think contribute to this?
Well, there's a short. I feel like there's not that many families who stick to it, but the ones who do, I feel like it has to do. One of the factors is like the masculinity aspect.
Okay. Can you go into a little bit more detail about what the masculinity, basically what you think causes this?
Because I feel like back then our culture, the people who are still stuck in our like the older ways, like they think that like the man is the strong one, the one that has like all the abilities to work, whereas the woman is more nurturing, caring, and should be like staying. Is like more fragile and should be staying as in the household as like a mother and a chore person, you know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that. So, what I'm going to say is because I had originally told you in the beginning that there has been studies and very analytical research done on whether like that states that men and females are 50-50. Do you believe that this is true, or do you believe that one or the other lies about what they actually do in regards to chores, and they think they did it, but in all honesty it's a lie? Do you think this that the research they did is false?
Um,
What
I
is
think Well, I think it could be possible that some are exaggerating more about what they do. It's probably less.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you some scientific research that was actually done and posted on a certain website. Okay. So
Okay.
basically, what happened was that when the studies were done, it was found that males were twice as more likely to lie than females. Females did lie on what chores they did, but males, there when they talked about chores, they instead focused on what they assumed they were supposed to do and what they were told to do, but never really did, and that's what they lied on. And that's what their mentality was at. So the rates were at a 48 for women that they lied, 48%, while men it was a 96%. Now,
That's a lot.
so does that shock you?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a high percentage.
Okay. Now, another thing we're going to focus on is, do you believe women who basically work when they come home, they basically have a second job when they get back home?
I think that varies because for like, for example, some people, like let's say like a couple who is a man and a woman, if the woman comes home and the man is actually very supportive and he does help out a lot, then it's not much of a job for her. But then on the other hand, I feel like if it's a single mother or a single father, that's more of a job for them since they have to do everything.
Okay, well, that's a very thoughtful insight, and this gives us more indication that as well, because we do see that some same-sex marriage couples or people who are single as well, single mothers, they suffer through a lot, and they come home and they have a second job, so it could be more anxious as well, more stressful. Now, the last question is, are you seeing that women who have men who actually help more around the house, do you feel like they are, do you feel like the chores that the men do are sufficient, or that they can be pulling more weight? More of their weight around the house, to be exact.
Once again, I think it varies from family to family because some men, for example, in my household, like I feel like my dad will try and help out in the more male-centered chores, but then he also will sometimes take on the other chores, like the female chores. But